I was just a regular youngin living life and enjoying the dating scene. I didn't question anything really, I just sat back and observed and used what worked. She was wondering why it was so hard to find a decent guy to date and then digressed to how our relationship ended because I cheated on her and then promptly dumped her. That's when she hit me with one line. Everyone is too accessible. At the time I had no idea as to why that line bothered me so much. I hit her with that "what is that supposed to mean" look. She pretty much explained that it's far too easy for a guy to find a girl, be it online or otherwise. So there's no loyalty. I just thought for a second and brushed off what she said, then changed the subject. I shrugged my shoulders, but what she said lingered in my mind for days. And then weeks. Why the fuck was this bothering me so much? It was like an innate sting, and I only feel that way when I am face to face with a hypocrite, call it intuition. Nothing repulses me more than hypocrisy, so there was an innate subtext to her statement that even she had not picked up on, but I did. Women are having a hard time accepting the new realities of this new dating system, even when they are one of the primary beneficiaries of the dating market. That was it. That was the sting I felt. The hypocrisy, solipsism, etc., etc. The very same girl that was able to enjoy one-night stands, friends with benefits, and flings when it was convenient for her, and cheat on her boyfriend, had the audacity to turn around and say that everyone is too accessible. Because I had the means to cheat on her? It was all one big brain blast for me. But once you swallow that red pill you become obsessed with patterns. I thought back to another one of my exes when we had some pillow talk months ago. We've known each other for a long time, and we dated on and off twice. We reminisced back to when we were in the talking stage of dating shortly after we first met. Back then it was just us going out for drinks, a movie, or over to each other's places to fuck. She admitted that she legitimately wasn't seeing anyone else during that time. I just said matter-of-factly, "Oh, well, this is awkward, but you were one of three." You should have seen the look on her face. It was the same look she gave me when I told her that I cheated on her. At the time I found that statement funny, and now I know why. The same kind of bitch that ain't mind going on multiple dates when it came to other dudes, have a few flings and ons, is judging me for multi-dating with her before we were even official. So I asked myself why? Then during some time, it hit me like an epiphany. Casual sex in the dating market is only seen as bad when it is the reason why they can't lock down the man that they want. So they blame Tinder hoes, thoughts, etc., because if they didn't exist then the man that they desired wouldn't have strayed or had more options to explore away from her. In their mind, every guy up until the boyfriend material guy was simply a learning experience. Now she's ready for the real thing. But there are two things that they don't consider. He has other options and more importantly, he doesn't see her as anything more than what she saw the last guys as, something fun to do. You see, when bitches talk about the guys that came before and during pillow talk they love going down memory lane, there are men who they just didn't care much for. Hell, even ex-husbands are treated that way. Of course, she still fucked all of those men, but they didn't mean anything, and what's more, they just happened to be there. So when the shoe is on the other foot and she herself just happened to be there for a guy that they caught feelings for, they cannot handle it. And the sad truth is they don't know what to do, and that is the harsh reality. The very same market that allowed them to explore their sexuality is the same one that also allowed the men that they wanted to lock down to do the same. Thus, it's a gamble to see if the man that they caught feelings for actually likes them, is just using them, or will eventually come across a better option and throw them in the trash bin. So, essentially, they hate being put in the same position that a lot of men are put in when it comes to dating women, the one with more to lose. What's the point of it all then? It goes back to what one of my ogs told me about street life and just life in general. There's no rules to this shit. Act accordingly.